Organizational culture is the personality of a company. It is the collection of shared values, beliefs, and behaviors that shape how people work together. Think of it as the company's unwritten rules. It is not something you find in a manual or policy document. Instead, you feel it in the hallways, see it in meetings, and hear it in conversations. This culture dictates everything from how decisions are made to how conflicts are resolved. It is the invisible force that guides employees when no one is looking, influencing their actions and attitudes every single day. Why does this matter so much for business? A healthy culture is the ultimate competitive advantage. It is the one thing that competitors cannot easily copy. When employees feel they belong to something special, they are more engaged. They work harder, collaborate better, and stay with the company longer. This creates a stable, high-performing team. A strong culture also attracts the right kind of talent, people who naturally fit in and are ready to contribute. In essence, culture is not a soft, fuzzy concept. It is the very foundation upon which sustainable success is built. Many leaders mistakenly focus only on strategy, numbers, and operations. They believe that if they get the business model right, success will automatically follow. But strategy is only half the battle. A brilliant strategy will fail every time if the organization's culture is toxic or unhealthy. People are the ones who execute the strategy. If they are not aligned, motivated, and working together effectively, even the best plans will fall apart. Culture and strategy must be intertwined. One cannot thrive without the other. Organizational health is the key that unlocks true, lasting performance. Consider the alternative: a company with a weak or unhealthy culture. In such places, confusion and politics are common. Employees are often disengaged, working in silos and protecting their own turf. There is a lack of trust, which slows everything down. Productivity suffers, and talented people leave in search of a better environment. The cost of this dysfunction is enormous, even if it doesn't always show up directly on a balance sheet. A company cannot achieve its full potential if its internal environment is broken. That is why getting culture right is not just important. It is essential for survival and growth. The Family Java is a coffee company that truly understands the power of culture. Its success is not just built on selling great coffee, it is built on a deep commitment to its people. The company's mission is simple: to create welcoming spaces where everyone feels like family. This mission applies equally to customers and employees. The leaders at the Family Java know that to make customers feel welcome, they must first ensure their own employees feel valued, supported, and respected. This is not just a slogan on a poster. It is the guiding principle behind every business decision they make. The company's core values are trust, care, and growth. These are not just words, they are behaviors that are actively practiced and rewarded. Trust means leaders are transparent with their teams, sharing both good news and bad. Care is shown through concrete actions that support employee well-being, from their physical health to their financial security. Growth means the company invests in its people, helping them develop new skills and advance in their careers. These values create a powerful sense of psychological safety, where employees feel safe to take risks, share ideas, and be their authentic selves at work. This employee's first approach is visible in the tangible benefits the company offers. The Family Java provides comprehensive healthcare coverage for all employees, including part-time baristas, which is rare in the service industry. They also have a scholarship program that helps employees or their children pay for college or vocational training. This demonstrates a long-term investment in their workers' futures, far beyond their role at the company. By taking care of their team's fundamental needs, the Family Java frees them to focus on their work and on providing excellent service to customers. These are not perks. They are strategic investments in the company's most valuable asset. The result of this culture is a workforce that is incredibly loyal and motivated. Employee turnover at the Family Java is significantly lower than the industry average. Baristas greet customers by name because they genuinely enjoy their jobs. Store managers feel empowered to make decisions that benefit their local communities. The positive atmosphere is palpable the moment you walk into any of their coffee shops. Customers feel it, and it keeps them coming back. The Family Java proves that when you treat your employees like family, they, in turn, will treat your customers like welcome guests, creating a virtuous cycle of success. Avi recently joined the Family Java as a project manager. tasked with leading a new mobile app development project. He came from a fast-paced tech firm where success was measured purely by speed and results. At his old job, the culture was competitive and individualistic. People rarely collaborated unless they had to, and the focus was always on hitting targets, no matter the human cost. Avi was a successful manager in that environment, known for his ability to push projects across the finish line quickly. He assumed he could apply the same methods at his new company. On his first day, Avi was not just given a laptop and a project plan. Instead, his manager scheduled a week of immersion. He spent time working as a barista in one of the coffee shops, learning how to make drinks and interact with customers. He had lunch with people from different departments, from marketing to supply chain, and his manager encouraged him to ask about their experiences at the company. Avi was initially confused by this approach. He wanted to dive into the project, assemble his team, and start assigning tasks. This focus on connection felt slow and inefficient to him. During these conversations, Avi started to notice a pattern. Everyone he spoke to mentioned the company's values without being prompted. A marketing specialist told him how her team delayed a campaign to help a store that was struggling after a local flood. A barista shared a story about how the company paid for his emergency dental surgery. Avi realized that care was not just a word on the wall. He saw that decisions were made collaboratively, with a heavy emphasis on how they would impact people. This was a stark contrast to his previous workplace, where such considerations were often seen as a distraction. Avi began to understand that to succeed here, he needed to change his approach. His old style of top-down command and control management would not work. The culture at the family Java was built on trust and mutual respect, not fear or pressure. He learned that people responded to leaders who listened, showed empathy, and worked alongside them. His immersion week, which he first saw as a delay, turned out to be the most important part of his onboarding. It gave him a deep understanding of the company's soul, which was essential for leading his team effectively. Armed with his newfound understanding, Avi began to manage his project differently. Instead of immediately creating a rigid timeline and assigning tasks, he scheduled a kickoff meeting to build team cohesion. He started the meeting by sharing his own story and what he had learned about the company's culture. Then, he asked each team member to share their hopes and concerns for the project. This simple act of listening built an immediate sense of trust. The team felt heard and respected, and they began to see Avi not just as a boss, but as a part of their team who genuinely cared about their input. Avi applied the company's values directly to his project management style. To honor the value of care, he paid close attention to his team's workload. When he noticed a developer was staying late several nights in a row, he checked in with her. They discovered her workload was too heavy, so Avi adjusted the project plan and brought in another team member to help. He also instituted no-meeting Wednesdays to give everyone a full day of focused work, respecting their time and reducing stress. These actions showed his team that their well-being was a priority, which boosted morale and, paradoxically, increased their productivity. To foster collaboration, Avi organized weekly team lunches, paid for by the company. These were not formal project meetings, but casual get-togethers, where the team could connect on a personal level. During one of these lunches, a designer and an engineer discovered a shared passion for vintage video games. This small connection led to them working more closely together, and they came up with an innovative solution to a tricky user interface problem. Avi realized that building strong personal relationships was the secret to unlocking the team's collective intelligence and creativity. The project benefited immensely from their improved teamwork. In the end, the mobile app project was a huge success. It was delivered on time and exceeded all expectations. Avi knew the success was not just due to a good plan, but to a healthy team dynamic rooted in the company's culture. By taking the time to understand and embrace the family Java's values, he was able to lead in a way that inspired his team to do their best work. This experience taught a powerful lesson. Understanding a company's culture is not a soft skill. It is a critical strategic tool that empowers people, drives collaboration, and ultimately leads to outstanding results.